then says the boy should start thinking better about what will happen to his siblings if something bad happens to him. Hyuk then asks the children to stop crying and to come home with him where he will prepare lunch. His younger siblings start smiling when they hear they will have grilled meat. Koi Eunjun then calls his attention and says that the grandma from the floor above told him to stop by when he returns, because the rent is very overdue. Everyone gets in the car and heads to the apartment. As promised, Hyuk took care of lunch. At the table are his siblings, the grandma, and her grandson. The elderly lady then asks why he brought so much food. Smiling, the protagonist says he stopped by the butcher to buy meat and thought of her. Worried, the woman says he should have saved it for his little siblings. Without replying, Hyuk hands her an envelope containing the overdue rent money. Grabbing the envelope, the woman says she knows about his situation and has decided to charge only half the amount. Surprised, our boy says it's not necessary. But the old lady's grandson says that in difficult times, they should help each other, so he better just accept the offer. His grandmother hits him on the head with a spoon and says that the apartment is hers, so he shouldn't interfere. Joking while bringing his hand to his head, the boy says that when she dies, the house will be his. Threatening to hit him again, the old lady says that it's because of Changsu that her stomach has been upset, since he doesn't study and just wanders around doing nonsense while lying that he's studying. The boy then states that he's preparing so that when he awakens, he can finally learn from real hunters, because the area now belongs to the awakened and the hunters, and things like college are no longer necessary. Annoyed, the lady asks Hyuk to talk to her grandson because the young man usually listens to him. Suddenly, the protagonist's phone rings. Going to the balcony, he answers, and on the other end, Hyul-min says that he spoke with his guild leader and the man asked him to show up, but he must go knowing that he won't get paid. He may be added as a regular member of the group in a secondary role if he does well. The protagonist agrees and his friend asks why he suddenly wants to become a porter. Unable to tell the truth, the boy says that his current job is getting difficult, making him look for other options. Hyul-min then says that in that case, he should show up at Gate 7 on the west wall the next day at 7:30 in the morning. Ending the call, our boy says that everything is going according to plan. The next day, he arrives at the gate, determined to copy the tanker skill and go straight to the association to register. His friend calls his name and approaches, saying that he arrived early. Smiling, the boy waves but can only think about the plan he set up. Hyul-min then calls his leader, Hyun, who is a tanker, and says that this is the friend he mentioned earlier. The man introduces himself and says that he's the oldest, so the boy should feel free to ask anything. Extending his hand for a handshake, the boy says he's looking forward to working with him. Hyun shakes his hand and says the feeling is mutual, without even knowing his skills were copied. A message pops up for Hyuk, informing him that he can choose 3 of the skills he copied. Without hesitation, he chooses the skills Iron Skin, Shield Attack, and Overload. The system notifies Hyuk that the skill copying is complete and that they can be viewed in the skill menu. Our boy thinks that it only took enough time during a mere handshake, and now he has the ability of a tanker. Standing in front of him, the armored man watches, not understanding the reason for the smile on his face. Hyul-min then asks what he's doing, or rather why he's smiling like that in such a creepy way while still holding the handshake. Easing the awkward atmosphere, the man says that he's got a strong grip and laughs. Embarrassed, the protagonist lets go of the team leader's hand and apologizes, but the man says it's fine, then asks him to get in the vehicle that is just ahead. A little closer to the car, we can see 2 guys chatting, and a girl and another guy who seem to be analyzing their bows. The driver is already ready, and near him is a young woman distracted while looking at her phone. Giving instructions, the armored man asks Jung Hyuk to greet the group members before boarding. But the boy can only think about how the skills of these people will be useless when he copies the abilities of higher level awakened, concluding that even so, he'll have to copy the group members' skills, even if he deletes them later. Starting the trip, the truck leaves with the team. Sitting, our boy reveals that he has already copied 13 skills by that moment, where 3 are healer skills. We return to the girl who was distracted earlier, and she is still on her phone. Looking at her, the boy reveals that he also grabbed a mapping skill and 2 hunter skills, and 7 negotiator skills, stating that the most amazing thing about all this is that now he can use them all together. We see a place full of buildings, where lizard-like creatures with purple tongues and red eyes run, apparently to attack someone. It's Hyun, who, using his shield, asks the creature where it thinks it's going. Meanwhile, the protagonist keeps thinking about how having skills in multiple roles can make him powerful depending on the combinations he makes. Lee Dong-yeop joins the battle following the orders of his leader and swiftly shoots using his bow and arrows, hitting one of the monsters squarely in 3 different spots. The leader then orders Yejin to finish the battle quickly. Hidden on top of one of the buildings, the girl says that she understands. Then she fires an arrow at high speed that hits the monster right in the eye. The creature falls and Hyun praises everyone for the good work, informing them that only 2 enemies remain. In the back, just observing, Jung Hyuk wonders if he should try to register just for fun, concluding that it's better to do it when the hunt is over since there's no need to complicate things. Some time passes from that moment. Approaching, the team leader says it was a good hunt and praises the protagonist's endurance, who carried a large amount of byproducts throughout that day. Suddenly, something catches the man's attention. We see another guy approaching with a bag on his back, saying that he can't take it anymore. Xiumen then says that his friend was quite famous at school because of his fists.